we're here to launch the flight of the vulture, which is to understand what's happening to vultures across the world, which are rapidly, their numbers diminishing so fast, and to find out why, to find out how we can save them because they're part of the key system of the ecological chain.
Vultures are now the most endangered group of birds in the world. The rate of decline in vultures is huge. Asia was 99.9% population reduction. Africa anywhere between about 92 and 97%. And it's not a problem that's going away.
The idea is to try and persuade people who work in the financial side to understand how important conservation is. Vultures are beautiful. They're dynamic to watch fly. They're really important to the environment. Once you get to know them, they are beautiful not only in looks but in character as well.
What's happening to the natural ecosystems around the world? Climate change is impacting hugely, as you know. But within that, there are one or two key species that hold an ecosystem together. And vultures, for me, are one of these key species. The situation is dire. Vultures need your help, and we need your help.
So this bird is called Sacha. Sacha Dench, literally after this word. I've heard about her. She was the human swan. What she does is change the future of these precious creatures.
Hope that you see it as a start of joining us on an adventure, looking into the world of the vultures and trying to help solve problems for them.
And so this superabundance of food resulted in really, really high vulture populations. And that was all to change. It declined overall by more than 92%. That's one of the fastest declines of any bird species. That's massive.
We now have in India over 800 vultures in captivity. And once you meet a vulture, that's it really. Your whole life will change.
There has been no more important campaign than the flight of the vulture. I think it's extremely timely.
How can we change people's ideas about vultures?
The shortfall in funding is 700 billion per year.
There's lots of money going into the development, but of course they don't want to actually stop developing ones that they know kill vultures.
Personally, I don't think we're ever going to reach a situation where we had the high numbers of vultures in India that we had in the mid-1980s, but hopefully we will get to a situation where there are self-sustaining populations of vultures again.
Impossible to separate wildlife and the energy infrastructure. You cannot keep them apart.
How do we kind of get this system in a way where the markets actually go from being the most destructive forces on the planet to where we actually value nature, they become protective?
The importance of collaboration across different industry sectors and different players.
I've learned so much about vultures that I didn't know.
And this one we're talking about in particular is dark crystal. The shapes of the Skeksis became very bird-like. And it's been very interesting when we're hearing people talk this evening about how vultures get a bad press, but we're not really looking at them in the right way. One of the secrets of the way I draw is it's all really about nature. Working with Jim Henson, who was a wonderful man, because every meeting we had start with it, he would say, what are we going to do today to save the world? Learning so much. It's been amazing, and also I've really been delighted to discover that all the work we did in creating a world in the dark crystal prefigured this. So everything we were attempting to do about how things look, how things were connected to each other, and how you can't interfere with one thing without something else happening elsewhere, it turns out to be absolute magical mirror of the real world that we live in.
Buzz in the room is fabulous, and I think we've converted a couple of hundred people to the fight for vultures. Let's just hope we can now convert that into action.
I think it's just sensational, and here this has been incredibly generously funded, and we've got a whole lot of city people here who are all, like me, learning so much about these magnificent birds and their importance in the place of the world. And so that's what I have to say to you, is be with us, fly with the vultures.